Well, good morning, everyone. As you can see, our money has gone up substantially from the last episode, and I'm going to explain to you why that is. Field number 4 was the one that had sugar beets on it, and I did do the harvest after all, and I believe it was 14 as well. I could be wrong, but anyway, 2 giant fields with sugar beets, and I harvested them in my downtime, as well as number 8, which had sunflower. I went ahead and harvested that as well in the downtime. So now we have a lot more chores we need to take care of. What we're going to be doing today is mostly cultivating, and yeah, we can see we got about $1 million here right now, and I think that is the perfect time for us to go and revisit our dilemma with cultivating. So the cultivator that we have is this one here, the K12200. It's a great machine, it's all good, but it's a little underclassed for the tractors that we currently have. And so we've been mulling and wondering and scratching our heads about what we wanted to get, and last time we talked about getting this Flexicoil here, but it's almost 200,000. Now this is no longer a problem since we've raked up a good chunk of money. There we can see we can get rollers for the back end, or we can get the harrow springs, and I'm kind of a guy that likes his rollers, so I think that's what we're gonna do. We can go for subsoiler, which is kind of those chisel plows, or cultivator, which has got more of those V-shaped plows, as you can see there. That's what I'm thinking. Now we can change the color, which is really awesome. We can go for a New Holland blue if we wish, which would look like this. I think that's really, really cool. Guys, I think we need to buy it, right? And I'll tell you in a second why we're going to be buying this. We're going to hook up that T7 to it, and we're going to go cultivate field 22. Yes, that was the one that we had our sunflowers on. And the reason I'm doing that, so every year we need to make some straw bales. We don't need to make a lot, but we do need to make some, just so that our cows have bedding. And knowing that, we're going to just take our smallest field that we have and just turn that into either wheat or barley or oats, something that'll give us our straw. And we don't need too much, because I feel like for next year, what I want to do, I want to have basically all just soybeans. It's not going to make for very exciting gameplay, but you know what, that's fine. There'll be other things to keep us interested. I just want to see how ridiculous I can make my soybean harvest, so how many millions I can make. That's kind of the idea here. So I'm just going to make a quick little perimeter cut here. Just want to make sure that we're getting everything we want out of this, and that we're not going to be catching those power pulls at all. So I said it can handle it very well, but that may have been an exaggeration. But no worries, no worries. We have 2 T9 tractors, and we know that the T9 can pull these very, very easily. So we just might have to drop the cultivator off right here, hook up the T9. I'll take the one with the tracks, seeing as it's not quite as far to drive, and yeah, we'll get that guy set up in motion. And then let's go get our new cultivator. Okay, we got the old T9 here, and this is the one on tracks. We're just going to send this guy right into motion straight away. And we'll let him finish off this field. It shouldn't take him too terribly long. Yeah, worst case scenario, you know, we can get him to do the field off to the right. But oh my goodness, this tractor's going slow even with, like, I should say this cultivator is going slow even for this tractor. Interesting. Okay, so first things first though. This is our T9. It's the 9.480. So we know that's not all the horsepower that it could possibly have. It's actually at the low end, and we're going to need at least 500 horsepower for that new cultivator. So we're going to bring it over here to the shop, and we're going to go and boost some of that horsepower up, because we know we will need it. We can repaint. I mean, it's kind of useless to repaint, but 31,000, that's kind of crazy. We'll repair, and now let's customize. So yes, we're at 480. That gives us about 470 horse. We bump it up, we can get 525 horse, and then to 557 horse, 613, 647, all the way up to 692. I don't believe I can go any higher than that. And this is a power shift transmission as well, so we've changed from CVT to a power shift. So this is absolutely the biggest we can get this tractor, and it's over $100,000 upgrade that we'd be doing. But we know we want it, and we know we're not going to get a bigger tractor than what we have currently, so we may as well, right? Let's do it. Wow. Now let's hope I have my wheel configurations all still the same. So there you go. Now we have a T9 700. So this thing should have all the power in the world. So let's go meet our new cultivator over there. You can see I left my combine and my dump truck here. I didn't want to quite bring him back until I was for sure done with all the fields, and I believe I am now. I don't think there's anything else to combine for this year. So as I find time, I'm going to be bringing stuff home, washing it up, and doing stuff like that. But here we go. Basically 700 horsepower at the wheel now. This ought to be interesting. This thing is ridiculous, but I really do love it, and this thing makes cultivating so quick. And we got, well, I gotta show you guys yet, because I don't think I showed you guys just yet what we've got going on here. What we're gonna do, since he's busy now, we're going to go to our contract page here, and look at that, we got 3 fields we need to cultivate, and this is number 8 we're doing right now. I could take my other tractor and start on field 10 or field 4, but I'm not too worried, because I know I got to get my field done as well. And with this big guy here, I feel like we're going to be done in short order. Should not take too terribly long. It looks to me like field 22 is halfway done cultivating. That's great. Looks like you missed a little piece here, but that's alright, we'll get it. We will take care of that. I think I'll do a little bit of cow chores today as well, just because I know that we do need to do it, and my TMR machine is pretty empty as well. So this will be one of those kind of chore type of days. Alright, let's throw in some silage. I think I should be good for about 25,000 liters. I believe that's the max I can haul. Oh, there we go, something like that. Let's see how much it actually ends up using. Back right on up to there, and dump. Yeah, I didn't need 25,000, that's for sure. So we'll go dump this back in the pit. Use it for next time, right? No harm. And I'll go fill up the rest of that TMR machine, and let's get that thing back up and running. Our field 22 is all done. So that means now we can do field 4, which was also under contract to be cultivated. And it looks like field number 8 is 40% complete. That's fantastic news. Now I know I'm using just this small cultivator here on field 4, which is actually quite large. But I'm just doing this kind of as a head start for when we move the cultivator over to this side. See if the big cultivator can finish 2 fields by the time this guy's done 1. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. In the meantime, I parked both of my combines back under the shed, and now I got to clean up the headers. And you guys will remember I have this nice header rack that I got going on here, as well as the adapter for these headers for my wheel loader. This adapter and wheel loader have been really nice thus far. Oh, that's a bit high. And yeah, I think maybe in the future I might want to get that hydraulic deck version, but for now this works just great. You can see I can slip it in there beautifully, just like so. And we can detach, back away, and everything is done. It's just that easy. I guess another thing we could do while we're waiting for those fields to finish getting cultivated, we could be feeding our cattle. They always need a little more food anyway, and it's something to keep us busy, right? So I believe I have about 30,000 liters worth of feed in there, and that should definitely fill up this wagon. Now, if I remember correctly, last time the calves did not get fed, so I'm going to start with those now. Make sure that those guys are getting all the food they need. The rest of these seem to still have some in their trough, but I'm pretty sure I left the calves with the least amount of feed. And then while we're at it, I think we're also going to chuck in a few bales, just so that we can bump up their bedding a little bit. It doesn't look too terrible just yet, but the more straw we put in there, the more bedding we'll get, and the more manure we can have. It's a win-win all around. Well, there is one thing that I do notice right away when you got such a big cultivator, and that is that the cultivator likes to get stuck in those trees for some funny reason, which, by the way, are a fantastic color this time of year. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, the cultivator seems to be getting stuck a lot. So I guess for future reference, we're going to have to keep one small cultivator handy. Maybe it'll be that 12200 that we currently have. Maybe we'll just keep that guy handy and we'll just do perimeter cuts with it. And then that way this tractor will have a little more room to turn around. That's kind of what it's feeling like right now. With our cultivating still ongoing, I figured, you know what, we already fed the cows. Why don't we go and bring them some water as well? I'm gonna hop out of the truck right here. And let's go open up this gate. And you'll remember that I used to have a windmill here, and I'd always draw my water out of this tank here, but that has since changed. Now we have the windmill over there, and it's got its own cistern. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in just a sec here. Just got to hop in the truck real quick. And yeah, let's drive on over there. And I do believe that for this, I am going to need to open. Now, how does one open their top? This I don't remember. Oh, that's just signal. Maybe I don't need to open it. I thought for some reason that I had to open the lid on the top, but maybe I'm mistaken on that. It appears so. So yeah, pull up to the cistern, and now we fill. And this water is coming straight out of the ground, so I'm not getting billed for it, which is absolutely amazing. The other water I was constantly getting billed for, so that was not cool. I'm just going to shut off the truck and just hang around here. No sense in having it idling for nothing. Yeah, you can see the cistern right there. And I thought I could open this lid, but apparently not. Now, this is a really nice windmill. I like it. It reminds me of my grandfather's windmill. He would have had a very similar setup to this. So it's really nice to see. I very much enjoy seeing classics. I don't know if I can climb to the top. Looks like it. Oh, look at that. There we go. We are on top. There, now do I dare jump off and dive into the water? I do. There we have it. Just making everything dirty. Well, there we have it. One field down. We can collect that. And I guess we could either jump on field 4 or we could jump to number 10. And I'm feeling like number 10 is maybe where we want to be at. And that's just 2 over from here. You can see right over there it is. It's the green one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut one path up at the front so my cultivator won't keep catching the power poles. Yeah, this is the cotton field here. Oh yes, I guess we didn't get to do the cotton harvest this time around, but that's alright. I won't fret too much. It was going to be a lot of work anyway, and we'd have to lease some pretty expensive equipment, so while it would have paid alright, I don't know if it would have paid that well. I think doing the sugar beet harvest this time around was a bit better because I got to do it on my own and wasn't under any stress of completing it in a timely manner like I would if I had made an episode about it. This cultivator here just seems to be going slower and slower all the time, and we can tell the damage is really high on this thing. So what I'm going to do, I am actually going to just drop that worker for a minute. I really need to bring this to the shop, and we need to get some of the things fixed on this cultivator so that it can go a little quicker. You can just tell if you look at the bottom right corner by my gauge, there's the little wrench icon. So that tells you what the damage level is, and it's already on orange. Like, it's not even green, it's not yellow, no, it's orange. Like, we're one level away from being in the red zone. And yeah, the more damage it is, the less quickly you can get your job done, and just seems like yeah, that's not really good. So let's quickly, while we're thinking of it, let's go check. Yeah, there you go. And it doesn't take much to repair it. Like, it's an old cultivator, right? It's got 52 hours on there, and it's almost 50 months old. So we're gonna repair it for 2,600 bucks. There we go. And how's this tractor looking? Oh, we can repair that as well. Not bad. Since we're here at the pump anyway, we may as well refuel. That way it can keep going. And then now let's see if we can do more than 11 clicks an hour with this cultivator. I have to imagine that we will. And if not, then maybe it was a bit of a waste to fix it. But in the end, it still needed to be fixed. Otherwise, if we try to sell it, it wouldn't have been worth anything at all. I think that's enough fuel for us for today. Let's get back on that field and let's get to cultivating a bit more here. Hopefully this will have solved a bit of issues for us. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to take a look through my animal charts here real quick. Take a look and see how things are. Looks like we have lots of food in these, lots of water. Oh, these cows are about to produce. That's good, that's good. Once these have finished producing, then we are going to sell them. So next month they'll have a calf, and after that we will sell them. But that's still a little ways off. And we got a couple young calves here right now. 9 months, we should really be moving them to the other pens, so we'll be doing that. And then here with our calves, oh, they're already in reproduction stage, so these guys really ought to move. Interesting. Well, I think we know what we got to do. I think we got to go shuffle cattle around. That's what it looks like to me. And they got lots of feed. They got only 40% water from the look of it, but they're doing all right. Okay, sounds like we know what we're doing. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure how my animals got pregnant, because it's very interesting that these are already pregnant. But that's okay. You know what? We're just going to take however many we can. Oh, it looks like 3 is our max we can take. You know what? We won't take them because we still keep them separate. So we're going to bring these. We got the Black Angus in here right now. We're going to go bring them to the Black Angus pens. And then after that, we'll go grab those limousines and we'll bring them to their respective pen. And then while we're here at the Black Angus pen, I think we're going to go grab those 9-month-old calves that are just in puberty. Seeing as if they're already in puberty, then they're already done nursing. And so that only means one thing: they can be off on their own. And I gotta go fix that fence because it's pretty clear to me that the bull somehow got in. And he got me in a world of trouble here. I think this is what I want. Yes, in the silver star there's 9. Select. Move to husbandry. Yes, okay. Now. These 9-month-old ones. Let's grab these. It looks like I can grab 9. Bring them into the trailer. Perfect. So now we've grabbed those, the young'uns, we'll put them into the calf pen, and we'll move the limousines out next. Alright, let's take a look. We got 19 months, 29 months, 47 months, 2 months. Okay, those are still nursing. We got 3 of those. We got some 23 months that are halfway through production. And we got some 23 months here. Yep. So all of those are perfect. Once they reach... So that means that in my truck I got all the 9-month ones, right? Or, yeah. So 9-month ones are only 9. Perfect. It all makes sense in my head. I don't care what you say. We got the young'uns in here, and we'll bring them over to the other pen. Okay, here we have these 9. Grab them, move to husbandry. Perfect. Now, somewhere in here. Let's see. These are 2-month, these are the 9-month. Let's grab all these 9-month ones. All 9 of them. Move to trailer, yes, okay. And the rest of these are fine. And so, we'll do the same thing we did before. We'll go bring them over to the calf pen, and where all the weaned cattle go, and we'll wait for their puberty to be over, and we'll let them join with the big cows. Okay. Last but not least, move the limousines in there. And there you have it. So we've moved all our cattle around. Everything is shuffled in the proper order. And I see here's the water trough that I was looking for before. And we got 18 calves in here. As we move further here to the limousine side of things, we should be seeing a lot more. Here we got 38. Health is 100%. I like that. And then with the Black Angus, we got 36. 36 and 38 will give us 74. Plus we have 18. 74 plus 18 equals 102, if I am not mistaken. We have 102 cows. Well, you know, that was kind of the goal for me. I figured I want to have 100 cows, and look at that. I have reached my dream. Together with you guys, we've done the impossible. We have 100 cows, and with one of them going to be giving birth here next month, well, there's quite a few cows that will. They were bred a while back, and so we should see quite a number of calves being born here next month. And that's absolutely fantastic. I think after those calves are born, then I think I'm going to sell those cows off and buy some new ones. Just replace them. See if we can't make a little bit of money with the cattle that way. Of course, as I jump to this tractor and cultivator, I find the guy just kind of dilly-dallying, not doing his job. Because what else is new with the AI? He's just, you know, backing around in circles. And quite honestly, that annoyed me. So I fired him. And he will not be coming back. So hopefully this next person I hire is going to be better at their job. Or else I will fire them as well. But yeah, here we go. There. Now, can you please do your job? It's not that hard. It's literally the most brain-dead job there is. That's why I hire people to do it. I don't want to do it. It's too boring. You know, it's pretty sad when this little cultivator is getting more work done than the big one. even though this field is one of the biggest fields we have. Like 4 is huge, huge compared to number 10. Number 10 should have been done a long time ago, and yet number 4 is, you know, it's like it's getting done a lot quicker, and that's kind of embarrassing. But now that I'm thinking of it, let's see how far they actually are percentage wise. Number 10 is done 71%. Number 4 is 58%. So it's, you know, it's about a 13% lead on field 10, and field 10 should honestly be done already if the other guy hadn't been dicking around and, you know, actually doing his job. Would have been fantastic. Where is he at now? I'm going to keep a closer eye on him now, because I can't have him just wasting all the time here. And finally, we are done field number 10, so we can collect that now. And that just leaves one thing. We can go off to field number 4 and help our other little cultivator finish off where he's working at. So it should make for short work once we get on to field number 4, don't you think? It honestly doesn't look like there is all that much to cultivate yet, but we do have a little bit left on this field, so we're going to get right to it. Let's get this guy lined up here and hire a worker, and away he goes. So now it shouldn't take too terribly long until field number 4 is all said and done. Yeah, right there you see contract on field 4 is 70% complete. So this should wrap up fairly quickly now. I'm still quite pleased with the repair we did on this cultivator. It seems like it really did help speed it up a bit. And now we can see both tractors just kind of rolling by. Gotta love the visual of that. 2 giant tractors pulling cultivators across the same field. Wow, something about it. You know, when we started out, we had just a tiny little tractor, and we were trying to cultivate our, I think we had field 2 at the time. Pretty sure that's what we started off with. And it was just so goofy having tiny little fields, and we had to cultivate for hours and hours and hours. And now we'll probably be done by 10 o'clock from the look of things. It shouldn't take too terribly long from now. And now would you look at that, we have just a little strip left in the back and even tinier strip left up front here. We should be done. I bet you if I were to look right now at my yep, just as I thought, my contract says that it is completed, so we can collect. Thank you so much. We can dismiss worker. Let's find this other driver and dismiss as well, and we'll go bring all of these toys on home. So now we have this giant cultivator. This ought to be really fun for cleaning up some of my fields. In fact, I think this thing's probably going to be too big for some of my fields. Number 2 it can probably handle, but some of my fields I'm going to have to keep using that smaller cultivator over there. But anyway, I think we all know what time it is. I think it's time we wrap up this episode, and yeah, let's begin with the formal farewells. Thank you guys, each and every single one of you that watches, and a double thanks to each and every single one of you that subscribes, and a triple thanks to each and every one of you that likes the video. And if you comment in the video, well, you know what, you're just my favorite, aren't you? Okay guys, keep up the good work. We will see you in the next episode. Take care.